Today we're going to show you how to change the water dispenser inlet valve on your refrigerator. It's a really easy job. All you'll need is a 1/4-inch nut driver and a pair of slip joint pliers. Let me show you how we do it. Now to do this repair, we'll need access to the back of the refrigerator, so we'll have to pull it out far enough to disconnect the power and also turn off and disconnect the inlet water supply to the valve. Now, once we've done that, we're going to remove a couple of screws on the back cover here to give us a little better access to the valve. They're 1/4-inch hex head screws. Now very carefully tilt that panel out of the way, and that will give us access to the 2 screws that secure the valve to the frame of the refrigerator. So we'll remove those. These screws are different than the ones used on the back cover, as these are a machine thread screw, so make sure we don't mix those up. Now there's bound to be some water in those water lines, so you may need to have a rag handy to catch the excess water. And we can pull the valve out through the opening far enough to disconnect 2 wire harnesses. Now we'll just unthread the 2 connectors that hold those water lines to the valve. And we can discard the old valve. Check the condition of the tubing, make sure it's not cracked or brittle. It's all right, we can reuse that. So we'll simply slide the tubing into the outlet of the valve and then carefully thread the coupling nut tight. You can give it just a little tweak with the pliers, not too tight, and make sure that it's not binding that tubing up so that it won't fit in properly. Now we can reconnect the wire harness to the valve. And there are 2 different size terminals on that valve. There's 1/4-inch and 3/16, so you can't mix them up. And we'll mount the valve back to the side of the refrigerator. Make sure we don't pinch any of the wires or the tubing. Make sure those are nice and snug. Now we can remove the protective cover to the inlet of the valve. And we'll carefully fold that back panel back into position. Reinstall the screws on it. Then we'll reconnect the water supply to it, turn it on, reconnect the power, and our repair is complete.